Hello viewers, welcome back to our English class. In my previous video presentation, I explained something about sentence. Now, I am going to take up the next small topic, parts of speech in brief. Actually speaking, parts of speech a very huge chapter where you have to learn a lot. But in the early stage, much details are not necessary. So, I want to explain parts of speech in short. Just I want to introduce words, different kinds of words. In our day-to-day life, we use different kinds of words for different purposes. All these words are categorized into 8 classes called parts of speech. According to the nature and function of words in sentences, words are divided into 8 classes called parts of speech. So, parts of speech. Parts of speech. According to their nature and function, words are divided into 8 classes. This classification is called parts of speech. They are: first, noun; 2, pronoun; 3, adjective; 4, verb; 5, adverb; 6, preposition; 7, conjunction; and finally, the 8th one is interjection. You must be careful here. People often confuse conjunction, interjection. Sometimes people may use the word conjunction instead of conjunction, and interjunction instead of interjection. So, observe it carefully. Once again, look into all the parts of speech. First, noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. And you have to know all the parts of speech just in brief. For proficiency of language, rules may not be necessary, but the basic knowledge is very much essential. When you use the word, a particular word, you must know whether it is a noun, verb, adjective, preposition, or what else it is. So, let us take one by one in brief. First, we will take a noun. So, first, noun. We can explain it in a very simple way. All names are nouns, that's all. It's enough if you remember, all names are nouns. And of course, if you want the definition, look into a word which refers to the name of a person, place, or thing. Person, place, or thing. So, noun refers the names of persons, places, or things. So, these are all nouns. Let us take examples. First, Abdul Kalam was The President of India. So Abdul Kalam, everybody knows, a very great man, great scientist, great philosopher, and very famous president he was then. So we should remember, whenever we get a chance, we should recall his name, remember that great man Abdul Kalam. So it's a noun. And of course, India, name of a place. President, name of a position, highest position in India. So like this, all these are nouns. Abdul Kalam, President, India, all these are nouns. Next, Andhra Pradesh is a rich state. Here Andhra Pradesh, name of a place, and of course state is also name of a place, like this. So these are the places, nouns referring to places. Next, we should take things. Rupee is the currency of India. So rupee, it is a thing. And of course, we have another example for place. So all these are nouns. So this primary knowledge one must have before going to other aspects. And of course, noun is a very big chapter, because there are so many kinds of nouns. So just I will mention some of the kinds of nouns. And actually, nouns can be broadly divided into two categories: abstract noun and concrete noun. Under concrete noun, there are many: proper noun, common noun, material noun, and collective noun. And the other side, there is abstract noun. Basically, concrete noun, all concrete nouns have forms, physical forms. Other side, abstract nouns, they don't have forms. They cannot be touched, they cannot be smelt. So like that. And under concrete nouns, we have proper nouns, common nouns, material nouns, and collective nouns, and other abstract nouns. This is in brief. And if we go into all these things, there is a lot to learn, and I will make a separate video on nouns, exclusive video on nouns. So for the time being, noun is enough. Now let us take up pronoun. Next, come to pronoun. Pronoun. So definition: a word which is used instead of a noun is called a pronoun. So it's a word used instead of a noun, in the place of a noun, is called a pronoun. So a word which is used instead of a noun is called a pronoun. Look, example: Arun, all right, says that he is interested in physics. He is interested in physics. Here, Arun, noun. Arun says that he is interested in physics. Here, he is a pronoun. Arun says that Arun is interested in physics. when we repeat that noun again and again, it doesn't look nice. So in the place of noun, we have to use pronoun like this. So in the place of noun Arun, we use here he like this. Next, here we used he. The dog barked when it heard some noise. Some noise. So the dog here, noun. Again, in the place of dog, we used it. So dog is a noun, and in its place, we use it like this. So it is a pronoun. Next, many people said, many people felt, or many people feel that they know everything. People, noun. They know everything. They is a pronoun. So in the place of people, we use they. So like this, pronouns, different pronouns are used in the places of nouns. So a pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Some more pronouns we can take. You and I should be ready. Should be ready to face any problem. So problems are common in life. That's why I say this. You and I should be ready to face any problem. Here, you and I, pronouns. So in this way, we can use pronouns in the places of nouns. And actually, this pronoun also is a very big chapter. Just I mentioned some of the names of pronouns, and I want to make a separate video on pronouns in our later classes. Then you will be able to learn something more. So different kinds of pronouns. Different kinds of pronouns. There are 9 kinds of pronouns. 9 kinds of pronouns. And among them, the first one is personal pronoun. Second one, reflexive pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. Indefinite pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Like that. 9 kinds of pronouns are there. And first, you must know something about, in brief, what a personal pronoun is. So, personal pronoun. There are 3 personal pronouns in English. They are first person, second person, third one. Of course, third person. And each person has 2 numbers. Singular number and plural number. Singular number, plural number. So like that. First person singular, we have to take I. And its plural form is we. Second person, of course, for both singular and plural, you. Next, third person, he, she, it. And commonly, the plural form is they. He, she, it. So see, look here once again. First person singular, I. Plural, we. Second person, you. Same, you. Third person, he, she, it, and of course, they. Here, in this third person, genders also there. Masculine gender and feminine gender. He is the masculine gender and she feminine gender. So like this. So these are personal pronouns. These personal pronouns are very much essential. Just a touch of personal pronouns is very much essential. That's why I touch these personal pronouns only. The remaining pronouns, so a lot, as I told you, 9 kinds of pronouns are there. I will explain all those 9 kinds of pronouns in a separate video. Those things cannot be merged here. It takes a lot of time to know all those things. And those who are interested will learn later. But for the time being, this much pronouns is essential. Next, adjective. The third one is adjective. Adjective always tells something about noun simply. So qualifies a noun. So a word which qualifies or adds something to its meaning is called an adjective. See, a word which qualifies a noun or adds something to its meaning is called an adjective. Here, qualifies. And it tells something about a noun. What does it tell? What sort of a noun it is? What its qualities? What is its color? See, we can say like this. This is a detailed definition of adjective. Adjective refers to the quality, quantity, number, color, size, shape of a noun. So always it tells the quality sometimes, and sometimes quantity, and sometimes number, color, size, shape, and so on. So we have to take some examples. First, let us take example for a quality. Swami Vivekananda. So very great man. He propagated the greatness of our country. Swami Vivekananda was an eloquent speaker. Here speaker noun and eloquent adjective. So what sort of a speaker was he? Eloquent speaker. So that is his quality of his speech. So speaker. In the same way, she is an intelligent girl. What sort of a girl she is? Intelligent girl. Of course, girl is a noun and intelligent is an adjective. We should say an adjective. So I have to take a few more examples for proper understanding of an adjective. So, third one, there is much water in the tank. There is much water. So water, noun. How much water? Much water. Plenty of water. So there is an adjective. Next, there are 40 students in the classroom. So 40 students. Students is the noun and 40 is a number referring to number. So it's also an adjective. Take one more example for proper understanding of an adjective. She has a round face. So face is the noun and round is an adjective. So actually adjective is often referred as adj. So adjective. So round face, round referring to the shape and size, color. We can take any example. There is a big tree in the garden. So big tree. Tree is big. So big tree is noun and big is an adjective. The slogan was written on white cloth. So cloth, noun and white referring to color, adjective. So and so on like this. Adjective refers to quality, quantity, number, size, shape, color. So many. Here simply we say in the definition, qualifies a noun. In what way does it qualify? So in this way, quality, quantity, number, size, shape, color, all these are the adjectives used in different situations for different purposes. So for proficiency of language, one must use adjectives properly, and there is a lot to learn on this adjective, this chapter, adjective or adjectives. So you'll make a separate video is required for extra knowledge, extensive knowledge. So next, let us take a verb. Next, let us take verb. So verb, very important aspect of parts of speech and of course entire language. So what's a verb? Usually verb, people say verb refers work or action. That's all. So a word which refers to the action, not only action. So there is a lot to tell. Action, condition or even possession also. Action, condition or possession of the subject is called the verb. So refers to action, condition or possession. So these are important. Action, condition, possession of the subject in a sentence is called the verb. So it's called the verb. Referring to action. Whenever we say verb, we refer to an action usually, but there is a other part, that is condition. It refers to condition and even possession. Let us take some examples so that we'll get clarity. R.K. Narayan wrote many novels. R.K. Narayan wrote many novels. Wrote is the verb. Of course, write, wrote, written. So wrote, it refers to action. We can say, you can take any number of examples. She is eating her lunch. So eating, verb, referring to action. Some people stop with this, referring to action only, but it is not correct. We can see verb like this. She is a doctor. So there is no action in this sentence, but is the verb. Then what does it refer to? It does not refer to any action, but it refers to her condition. So her condition, she is a doctor. So is refers to condition. Is refers to condition. Not only that, take the other example. He has much knowledge. Don't say knowledge. It is knowledge. Has much knowledge in English. So what's the verb here? No action, no condition, but possession. Has is the verb and it refers to possession. It refers to possession. So verb refers to action, condition or possession, and something else is there, but we can take these up to now. So verb refers to action, condition or possession. Now action verbs, we have to take action verbs. There are so many action verbs. So many action verbs because we do different actions, different activities. So different words are there. Eat, sleep, live, work and so on. So many activities are there. So and action verbs, there are three in forms. Action verbs, the forms are three: present tense form, past tense form and past participle form. We will see all those things later in detail. Condition verbs. What are the verbs referring to condition? Of course, action. Verbs referring to action. Work, see, look, eat, sleep. All these are the verbs referring to action. Next, verbs referring to condition. Verbs referring to condition are few in number. Am, is, are, was, were and some more are there. These are enough for time being. So am, is, are, was, were there. These are the verbs referring to condition. Next, verbs referring to possession. Are mainly has, have, had. So action verbs, we can simply say action verbs, condition verbs and verbs referring to possession. And these are very limited in number, and the usage of these condition and possession verbs is very clear. We don't have any, we don't commit any mistakes in using these verbs. Particularly action verbs are there, and entire language is built on these action verbs chiefly. So we have to look into action verbs, that is forms of a verb. These forms of a verb are very much essential. So many hundreds of verbs are there, and learners must learn all the action verbs, different forms of action verbs, forms of a verb. Forms of a verb. Basically 3 and 4th form also can be added. So first form, we say present tense, and we can clearly say present tense form of a verb. We can take any example. Write, see, eat, stand, sit, and so on. 2. Past tense form of a verb. So the past tense of write is wrote, see, saw, eat, ate, stand, stood, sit, sat. Next, past participle form, past participle form of a verb. Wrote, seen, eaten, stood, sat. Sorry. Written. So, write, wrote, written, see, saw, seen, eat, ate, eaten, stand, stood, sit, sat, like this. So, forms are formed like this. And you should take the other form. Actually, participles are 2. That is, present participle and past participle. Past participle is mentioned here. Next, the other form is present participle. This present participle is formed by adding ing to the present tense form, that is basic form. Write plus ing, writing. Sometimes there may be slight change in the last letter of the word. Seeing, eating, and so on. So, let us take a quick look of all the forms of verb once again, because it is very important and everybody should learn by heart all these forms of a verb and different forms of all the different verbs, and I will provide a list of all the verbs, most frequent verbs for your convenient reference. See, present tense form of verb, past tense form of verb, past participle form of verb. So basically these are the 3 basic verbs, and the 4th form is formed by adding ing to the first form, that is present tense form, that is present participle form. So as I told you, participles are 2, present participle and past participle, but in the sequence we should write like this, and usually we say write, wrote, eaten, and if it is necessary we use writing. So like this. And for convenient understanding, we can say like this also: V1, V2, V3, V4. So V1, V2, V3, V4. Present tense form, past tense form, past participle form, present participle form. So these are the verbs, verb forms, and one must learn by heart all these forms of a verb. Then only we can move something in learning English. I am giving a brief list of forms of verbs for immediate verification. Please relax. The remaining parts of speech will be continued in the next video. I humbly suggest you to continue to watch. Thank you.